What's up, guys? And today I'm going to be talking about the true ownership of owning a 2017 Kia Sorento. I'm going to be talking about basically like how much I spent, my experiences with the vehicle, and everything, and see if it's going to be an SUV that you would love to own. So I'm going to start off by talking about like daily living. It's an SUV, it's a workhorse, it's dependable. You know, it always starts, it gets me through the winters, carries everything I need. It's a reliable, dependable vehicle. Has many different, things that you can do. A lot of people you can transport also in, and it's a good family SUV. Now, the cost of ownership. So my oil changes I actually get done for free. It came with the dealership that I actually got the vehicle from. So I know Kia recommends doing oil changes every 75, 100 miles. I would say 5,000. Brakes, I mean, everybody got to replace brakes. Brakes aren't, they're cheap, especially if you do them yourself, which I do a lot of maintenance my own, because it's a lot cheaper. But you could get a full set online for like under $200. Full set, brakes, rotors, new hardware, brake cleaner. You can get them all for like under $200. I've never had a problem with getting brakes. Tires are affordable too. You can go on the cheap end and get like $55 tires, or you can go to like Michelin, Pilot, and get some really good tires for like over, 100 and obviously over $200. Kind of just what's in your budget. Filters, I actually have a K&N filter in my engine that I clean out. That's reusable. It was $60, I think, at the time. So cabin air filter, that's cheap. That's only like $10. Now the spark plugs I've actually have gotten changed. I got them changed at I think like 98,000 miles. So they gave me a discounted rate. I think I only paid like $200 for the spark plugs, which, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they were already in there. So I was like, you know what, forget it. And then it came with a warranty. So whatever, just go ahead and do it, And they gave me really good, because I think they normally charge like over $600 to do it. So since they were already in there, they only charged me, for that. But that had to get fixed. And then there was actually on my the positive fuse on the positive connector on the battery, the fuse went out and I had to get that replaced. I replaced that part myself. I was able to do it for like $60, so that was easy to fix. And then like suspension wise, I had to ball joints were replaced. I never had control arms replaced. I never had any major components of the suspension replaced. Never needed to. Everything is still in working order, still in good condition. So ball joints I had replaced. That was covered under my warranty again. But that kind of ties into what failed with my vehicle. Like I said, the oil pressure sending unit failed. The fuse on my positive connector for my battery failed. And then I also needed a new mass airflow sensor. So that also got replaced. That was actually the first thing that actually ever went wrong with my car. And I actually got that done for free because that was still under warranty. Those are kind of the major things that failed. Pretty much, like I said, the oil pressure sending unit, the mass airflow sensor, and ball joints. Transmission shifts perfectly fine. Engine runs perfectly fine. The all-wheel drive system is amazing in the snow. It's like a tank. I've expressed that in other videos before. Like, this is one of the better all-wheel drive systems that I've experienced, and I've never had a problem in the snow. I pair it up, with some winter tires. Everything held up. The interior held up. There's some spots where it's wear, but not major. And I also don't smoke, so that also helps not wearing out, interior items. So AC works, never had to recharge it, never had any problems with my AC system at all. Heat works, never had a problem. Electronics, I had no problem with my electronic, but it does show its age. So like, I think like the cheaper plastics, because at the end of the day, it's still a Kia. You hear like the rattles, especially going over bumps and stuff. You hear like the cheap plastic like shaking and stuff, and it's nothing wrong with the suspension. It's just the plastics are like loose underneath, and I'm just too lazy to like fix it, and it's cheap plastic. I mean, I don't really care, you know what I mean? For a 2017, I feel like my Mercedes has better tech, and that's an 05, and I just feel like it's shitting on the Kia, tech. But I mean, again, it's a Kia. Trying to compare it to a Mercedes is crazy, but still, it makes it feel outdated, especially having that. Backup camera quality is okay. For a 2017, at the time, you would think it would be a little bit better, especially on that small screen that I showed you guys before. It's kind of ridiculous how small the screen is, and that's a touch screen. So, and the suspension does feel softer than what it used to. I mean, obviously that's just wear over time, but I mean, the suspension is still in good condition, but you know, it just doesn't feel as stiff as it used to before. You know what I mean? Winter driving, I already talked about, you know, like the winter driving is crazy. It feels great. It's actually fun to drive this in the winter when it's snow, because it's, you can actually have fun in this car in the winter time. Like, you can have fun in any car to a point, but like this, like in the winter, it's actually like, it's pretty fun driving this in the winter. Like I said, you feel planet, you feel like a tank. You just feel like it's a different driving experience. It's almost like you're off-roading, but like on the actual road, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure there's many other SUVs that can do that, but specifically I'm talking about this, like, you just feel like, you just feel good, you know what I mean? So now, who should buy one of these vehicles? I would say like families, daily commuters, Uber or Lyft, you know, anyone who needs like reliable and like cheap maintenance vehicles. This is the choice. This has it. Like, there's no problems with the reliability. You're gonna do way more driving and way less being at the shop. So this is what you will want. All the other things that I mentioned, this is for you. You feel me? So I know this SUV has earned my respect. I'm gonna just keep it real. It's not as exciting as my CLK 500, but it's dependable, reliable, doesn't break the bank. The Sorento is a solid choice. I would recommend this to anyone who's looking for like reliable transportation, and definitely go out and get one if you need one. But this has been my experience, my explanation on owning and having a Kia Sorento, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.